How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another DanDaDan episode of reviews. Episode 3, Granny versus Granny Clash. Before I go any further, I need you to clash with that like button. That means hit it, hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews like this one. And if you want to help support me even further, that Patreon link down there below, clash with that as well. I deeply appreciate whatever you choose to donate. Down there, I do have, certain things like, one tier is like, hey, suggest something for me to review, and I actually will get to those much faster. I have had a couple of those. That's why certain things have gotten pushed to the forefront and other things have fallen to the back. So whatever you guys choose to do, I appreciate you. So I got a lot of notes on this one, but let's talk about voice actors and acting and like that. I'm wearing this shirt. This is my first One Piece shirt, but this is my favorite One Piece shirt. Why am I wearing this? Because Turbo Granny is voiced by Mayumi Tanaka, who is, that's Monkey D. Luffy. That's why I sometimes call her Turbo Luffy. Her, and then we got Momo's grandmother, which they don't really say her name, but I'm going to tell you her name anyway, which is Saiko Ayase. She is voiced by Nana Mizuki, who, funny enough, is I think eight years older than me. But she's played Anne Tamamaki from Persona 5 and Hinata from Naruto. That's some really good. When I say good acting, good voice acting, that's what I'm talking about. Like, could not ever tell. And remember when I said that our boy Ken Okarun, his mask looks a lot like Tokyo Ghoul. I think what's the other guy's name? Tokyo Ghoul. Give me a second. His name is also Ken. Yeah, so the person who plays him, Natsuki Hanae, he plays Ken Kanaki, but he also plays my homeboy right there. You see him up there? That's Tanjiro Kamado. He plays such nice, good boys. Just wholesome kids. He's Takumi from Food Wars. I've never seen Food Wars. Should I watch Food Wars? I mean, I know it's a little lewd, but I haven't watched Food Wars. And essentially, Momo's voice actress, Shihon Wakayama, she's new. She's newer to the scene. This is probably like her most, like her biggest role outside of playing Yume Minami from Gridman, or at least they call it Quadruple S Daizanian. I think that's Gridman. But she's been in a couple things, but newer things. Pretty cool that she gets to be leading lady in here. So just want to say, and Saiko Ayase, her English voice actor is Kerry Waldron. You all know I'm subs over dubs any day, but Kerry Waldron plays one of my favorite characters from my favorite anime, Haruko from Fooly Cooly. She's been around, like cartoons, anime, you name it, she's been in it, but I had to throw that in there. So, Granny v Granny Clash. Let's talk a little bit about Saiko Ayase, who has her own TV show, I think local television show called Psychic Powers Exposed. Like, she's on her abilities to expose folks, right? She's known as Santa Dodoria. I don't know if that is a homage to Dodoria from Dragon Ball Z, who I like his design as well, but I don't know. Someone tell me if Dodoria is a thing. Where she basically, there's this idol guy, and she says, well, you're 27. He's like, well, no, I'm 20. You're married with a kid. Oh, no, I'm single. And then says, you like curry. And he's like, well, no, I like ramen. This is important later. But man, her attitude, A+, her design, she's like a mixture of Genkai and Izumi Curtis. I almost forgot Izumi Curtis's name I always call her teacher, but Izumi Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist. It's like you smash both of them together and you get a hot granny. Like, Cool ass character, great design. Hold on, y'all. I got actually, you know, I took some screenshots. Then we'll get to it in a minute. Like, I don't care who you are. That's a good design. Oh yeah, by the way, she smokes. Which, look, kids, there shouldn't be any kids watching this, but look, smoking is bad for you. Oh, also, hi granny. Smoking is bad for you, but for some reason, when a character does it, it's really cool. Like, Wolverine smokes cigars, Sanji smokes cigarettes. He doesn't. There's no lollipops. And her design is just. I know the cloak is because of her job. You can tell, like, Granny used to be a Garu as well, a spirit medium Garu, along with her granddaughter. So we learn a couple things here with her psychic powers, which let me get to my notes here. So her introduction, she needs to stop Turbo Granny from biting Momo's crotch, I think. Because remember, Turbo Granny, when she took over our boy Ken before, had bit the crotches off of the Serpos, bitten their bananas, if you will. And she has a passed out Momo just like dangling, draws out in the air. And she does this thing where she hits a nail with a bat, a warding nail, through a brick to kind of hit her. And this fight animation, my only complaint is this. I wish this was longer. That's how good this is. She sets up barriers with, like, you saw the bat, right? But at the head of the bat, I guess it either transforms or comes off, and it's lead. It's like a big pencil. It's literally, for those of you who follow my Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War reviews, she's like Ichibe, right? With a giant ass pen, but it's a pencil. It looks literally like a pencil, and she's made circles. And we learn about these wards. If you give me a second here. My kid only brings problems, which is hilarious. My skin's gonna get dry from all this stress. This big ass pencil, right? So she set up a trap where I don't know how she knew Turbo Granny would try to get behind her, or even if she knew that it was Turbo Granny. I think now that what I know about this episode, I think she probably knew, but she set up like a whole entire trap where if you drive a warding nail into a circle, the inside of the circle turns into a barrier. If you drive it outside the area, the outside becomes the barrier. And Turbo Granny's threatening, she's going to kill her and eat her. You can't keep me trapped in here forever. I love this line because it reminds me of Gohan from that Boo saga. I don't want to trap you. I want to kill you. Well, seeing how different in size this yokai, because now I'm just realizing he's a yokai. The size of this yokai compared to other characters, right? Because we had Ken versus the big ass alien. It's massive, but he's kind of, you can see the difference here. Turbo Granny's looking down at Hot Granny, and you can see the size difference. But she's, first of all, I don't know why Turbo Granny keeps calling other women like old hags, scummy old hags. She's like, I can't believe an old hag just called me an old hag. But she's making another circle, and it's so smooth. While she's talking her talk, makes another circle, and it's like, yep. Well, since the nail's out here, this is right here is gonna be the barrier, and just gets rid of the line and just burning up into, I think it's blue flames. I like that when she attacked her with the warding nail through the brick, it took that whole red area effect away. That was really nice. Just strategist. She's so damn cool. Just the protector of her granddaughter. Because even when Turbo Granny says, well, if you kill me, you kill the person on the inside. She said, I'll kill off any scumbag who deceives my grandkid, even if they're human. Damn. But here, this episode, and I did a little bit of reading, not full on reading, but I did a little bit of reading from the director, because the director of this season is not the same director for season 2. And man, I love being vindicated. Like, a lot of the scenes are like made and shot in a particular way that's very cinematic, such as episode 1 where Momo hands Ken his magazine, but then he hands her his clothes. It's like showing the juxtaposition where it's like friend to friend, right? But that's the OTP right there. Anyway, here, and then all the ways that they're kind of treating each other is, you can be like, oh, it's like a crush or love at first sight, but that's kind of what it is. You get Momo's character 100% here, because she is like, wait, where was the boy? And while Granny, and I love that Granny Ayase is like, and ghosts don't exist, remember, I'm a fake spirit medium. And she's just full on Japanese, bows the head down on the ground. Oba-chan, grandma, I apologize, you were right, I'm sorry for what I said, that boy's a good boy, that's my boy, just please tell me, where is he okay? And she's like, he's in the shed in the back. And she just instantly goes back into calling her a scummy grandma again. But it's very believable that within recent times, Momo has started to talk to her grandmother again, or be more friendly towards her grandmother again, because there's a lot of love and respect there. Even said back in episode 1 where she's like saying, I appreciate her for taking me in all by herself, XYZ and the third. Wonder where's Grandpa Ayase at? But taking me in and all this other stuff, you can feel that right there. But you can feel, she's a little shit. Grandma's an old shit. They're gonna bang heads. Then you also feel for her, worried about Ken, because she makes a beeline out there and opens up, and he's eating the giant rice ball, and then she closes it because tons of emotion on her face, a bunch of emotion, and excuse me. And, she thought he died. He's glad that he didn't hurt her. And looks at Grandmama Ayase is freaking hilarious. I think I said this in my second review. This is slowly becoming, like, this is rising in my ranks of anime. Because it is hard for me to pick a favorite character. As of right now, she is hilarious. She picks up like, oh man, you really care about this brat. Oh, you like him. And there's a lot of fighting there. They're talking about him through the door. I love the fact that Psycho, just like her granddaughter, doesn't believe in aliens, which is funny. But then when Momo's like, yeah, and that whole event released my psychic powers, and she's like, yeah, no, psychic powers, yeah, that's real. And she's like, Momo's like, I can't get a handle on what's like too far for you or what's within reason for you, right? She believes in psychic powers, doesn't believe in the alien thing. Sure. But Psycho's saying, yeah, no, you need to just forget about this kid, because he can't step foot outside of there, because she put a little thing up there that keeps it all in check. But once he steps out, he's going to transform. And she said, just go back to school, live your normal life, and show you how much Momo loves Ken Takakura, the actor, but also this one. She says she thinks to herself, what would, Ken Takakura do? And he would help him. So I'm gonna do the right thing and help him. And finally, they involve Okarun in this conversation. And she goes, all right, well, look, here's the thing. Challenge her to a game of tag. She can easily be taunted, tricked that way. But in order to beat her, you got to get her out of the area. Now, there's a lot of stuff right here. There's a lot of stuff right here. So hold on. I got some info here. So here's some Turbo Granny info. Turbo Granny is a modern yokai, also known as the 100-kilo Granny. That was her old name. Psycho had heard that it was in the tunnel, exclusively that tunnel where Okarun first went. There's also a thing about local bound spirits that are stuck in locations that they have strong attachments to, and they are the strongest within these territories. Now, she says a spirit medium would never ever go up against a location bound spirit. Now, and me listening to this, I'm going, well, so Turbo Granny is a location bound spirit? No. Turbo Granny has joined with the local spirit there. And they are more or less fused and bound together. And I have a picture here that encapsulates all that. Boy, this is some freak ass shit. Swoop. Look at all the eyes and mouths. It's I love the fact that if I zoom in, you could just get a better look when I do it like this. That's some freak shit, y'all. I digress. Spirit beings would not even try to fight against it. And she doesn't want to lose her dear grandchild, which could sound like she's being facetious, but no, she actually means that stuff. So, when suggesting, well, how come you can't just put a barrier on it or put a talisman on it? Here, on their land, every land has different gods. Right? They are in a land called, they're in a city named Kamigoe. The city that is Turbo Granny, and that location bound spirit territory is Shono City. Their territory is the entire city, right? So they had to lure it out, but you can't get caught. And you got to weaken it, then you can win. Now, Granny can't do it because her barrier spells and stuff only works here using the power of the gods on that land. So they have their own territory, which makes tons of sense. It makes sense So she being Momo, has to be around Okarun to keep that curse in check. And he's like, well, you're gonna have to carry her piggyback. And so funny, he's like, well, how much do you weigh? You must want to die. She says to him, but she's going to have to train up her psychic powers. He's going to have to physically get stronger because he can only go full throttle. So funny to say, full throttle twice. So tells him to do like 100 reps of 5 different sets of exercises, which is so funny. I did skip another hilarious part where she basically says, oh, this is a confession of love. That whole entire scene was funny. But yeah, they're going to have to train up. Now, she wears an eye mask. First and foremost, I appreciate about this show, and I've only watched the first 4 episodes, right? But I've seen other screenshots. I like the change of attire in these characters. Like, there is obvious normal attire, downtime attire, going out attire. Granny wears like, what is it, booty shorts and like the thing. Hold on, matter of fact, I got a damn One Piece shirt. Where's Zoro? You know the thing that Zoro wears around his waist? It looks like that's what she's wearing, with a tank top and booty shorts, and wears one of those. And keeps her hair up, but she has on an eye mask. And like, as if, she's still trying to get some sleep. Very interesting that she can direct where she's talking to, either by sound, or she just doesn't really need to see you. I wonder more about her powers, and I hope I get to see more about her powers, right? So she's trying to, while Ayase Momo is trying to keep the curse in check, our boy has to use the bathroom. Now, while he doesn't have a weenie, he still got a butt and need to poop. And while he is struggling and half transforming, we get an understanding about how Momo's powers work. And I need to take a step back to talk about something last night, but we'll talk about her powers real quick. Apparently she can see the curse. Like, even if she closes her eyes, she can see the aura. And so she has like psychic hands that just smush it down, and that makes it go away. But she needs to look at him. And, Granny just says, well, close your eyes. Because Momo can feel like the aura of all things, and she can control it and move stuff. Although when she first got her psychic powers, she was like super duper invincible. And Psycho theorizes that that is the original ability that you have. It just seems like you have been, there's some type of block in the way, so you're going to have to work through that. Now, let's talk about something that happened beforehand. Granny did call him Four Eyes, and she wears glasses as well. That's funny. Your granny is so young. So he apologizes to her, you know, that she has to go through all this. And he's saying, you know, he feels bad that she basically saved them last one. So he says, if something happens again, I'm gonna do my best to save you. And he's like, please don't be disappointed in me. Please don't stop being my friend. It's just like, man, they keep hitting you with these heartfelt moments. And she hits him with the, man, you overthinking all of this. And it's cute, you know. And he's like, well, why'd you slam the door in my face? It's so, I love how they fight. That is like a lover fight. But she openly calls him like, man, you're really dense, so don't worry. I'm probably going to end up saving you again next time too. Quietly, we have gotten a manga/show where technically the first lead is the female lead. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, Unhinged family is unhinged. He needs to poop, but Momo won't let him in the house, and so now he's running. And then we get this crazy scene of Psycho going, don't cut me out of this. I want to see what's going on too. Are you really, is it really gone down there? And they're running down this hall. Easily Momo's taken out because Granny calls him by his government name, Ken Takakura, and she's out. But he has to poop with the door open. This whole entire scene is hilarious because I missed out on this until I looked at it twice, where she's biting his head. That is so funny. That is so damn funny. But while they're having this conversation, he's like, man, I'm gonna be stuck like this forever, having somebody that needs to watch me while I poop. And right before Granny can talk, we get a big ass red filter, blood coming from her nose, coming from Ken's nose, and it's the giant swirl that is Turbo Luffy, openly threatening Psycho, telling her, yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna kill her, like either by stroke or heart attack, and like, I'm not gonna let y'all train up to beat me. You want him, you want his weenie and to free him of this curse, you gotta come tonight. And when we get another look at the seal is also has like this dark red on it. Now I don't know if Turbo Granny did that beforehand or what caused that, but pretty interesting thing to know. I do like, you know, we can see this red filter, and the only other color that shows is her yellow eyes. So yeah, nighttime comes. They have special priestess and monk outfits. This is supposed to be like a bulletproof vest against evil spirits. That will come into play in the next episode. She sends them off. It's very cute that she hugs Momo from behind and asks her, don't die. This is, you know, I'm so used to certain media, including anime manga media, where like the rift between characters is like super ever apparent, especially in like your young adult characters. And here it's very obvious they love each other. It's also very obvious that while they're both like little shits, they are not afraid to openly show that love, especially when things are kind of dire. You don't have someone going, hey, don't die, all right? Hey, I won't. Like all that cool guy macho bullshit. I like this. So they ride a bike, which is funny, till they get to the train. And my homegirl's like, yeah, no, I need you to cover me. I'm changing clothes. Bro, her fits are the best. she's like, I gotta fight in my Gaoryu style. This, gotta wear this. This is my uniform. I can't get into it unless I'm wearing this. We'll get to that in a minute. But she's wearing her Gaoryu battle uniform, but she is pissed. She's like, Turbo Granny. She's like, she's gonna kick her ass because she threatened something that's really important to me. You get a little flash of her grandma. I think you can see that right there. That's kind of Psycho wearing her priestess outfit, a priestess outfit. She gave like the traditional one to Momo. Which is nice. We don't need to see that again. Like what? I got that with Sailor Mars, and I got that with Kikyo and Kagome and Inuyasha. So just keep up this cool ass fashion. But yeah, no, she's pissed. And then she's gonna go kick her ass. So that's actually the title for the next episode, Kicking Turbo Granny's Ass. And the little in between, they're talking about the actual Turbo Granny. So fun. One other thing before I tell you to let me know what you think of the episode and I give you my rating. The illustrator and writer for DanDaDan is Tatsu Yukinobo. He also worked as an assistant for Hell's Paradise and Chainsaw Man. And before he even before he even started his stuff, he wanted to finish both of those. That's why this feels so cracked out, right? And I wonder, there's a lyric in Otonoke where he says Chainsaw Massacre. I wonder if that was like a nod to like the work that Yukinobo has done. But yeah, no, insane. So this episode from me, 5 out of 5. Instantly 5 out of 5. Instantly 5 out of 5. Just that opening scene with the fighting, that was badass. All again, crazy to say that acting and voice acting is like playing a huge role in here, but man, these people are playing their parts so good. But 5 out of 5 instantly, just that beginning part. That's even if all you had was just that. This is great. Love all of this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And anyone help me out, that Patreon link is right there as well. Guys, please be good, be blessed, wash those hands, drink some water, be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk, all right? Too many of those out there. And if you're feeling down, you're feeling defeated, you're feeling some kind of way, reach out to somebody, all right? There are people out there that would rather talk to you than to mourn you and miss you tomorrow. I promise you that. You want to talk to me? My social medias are in the description below. Go ahead and give me a follow, give me a hello, just keep it mellow, and we'll be good to go. All right, y'all. We got to see the conclusion of this Turbo Granny altercation, right? I'll see you in the next one. DanDaDan.